Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to teach you about portion control for your kids. This subject is kind of often skipped over, and I don't know why, because it's super important. If you're watching this, you're probably the food provider for your family. You go grocery shopping and you do the cooking. So you can be that role model for whoever in your family you want to be. Personally, my husband and I, we didn't eat super good before I started doing my programs, and I taught him about portion control, and he's doing so much better. He doesn't even like to go out to eat anymore, and it's amazing the influence you can have on your family. So you have the opportunity to give your children options of what they want to eat. So here's the thing to remember. Kids need to have a say in what they want to eat. So I know you're the boss and you give them the options, but give them options. Don't just throw a plate in front of them and say, hey, we're having broccoli for dinner. They're not gonna like that. You need to give them healthy options to choose from. So say, hey, you can either have what we're having for dinner tonight, or you can have leftovers from yesterday, or you can have this or this. Just make sure they're healthy options. And kids really do appreciate that choice that they have in the matter. Another tip I want to give you is about the Clean Plate Club. You know, when you tell your kids, you cannot leave your seat until you finish all the food on your plate. Well, I just want to tell you that might not be the best idea. When you force your kids to finish all the food on their plate, you're teaching them to not listen to their bodies. If they're not hungry, then let them go. I know you want them to get all the nutrients and vitamins they need for the day, but if they're full and they don't want to eat anymore, I would not push the limits. Because they might grow up and start thinking, oh, I can eat everything that's on my plate, and it's a lot different when they're older. So start teaching them pretty young. Teach them young about portion control, and also teach them to try new things. I think it's a super good idea to go beyond the kids menu. When you go out, every place has the same thing. Mac and cheese, chicken tenders, hamburger, typical stuff. Let them try adult foods. Like, let them share a plate with you, or, you know, give them that chance to experiment and find out what they like. Drink calories count as well for adults. Kids mostly need water and milk. Juice is fine too if it's 100% natural. However, they don't need as much juice as they're probably getting. The last tip I want to give you before I show you the division plate I made is that food is not love, and food should not be like a prize, if you know what I mean. If you say, hey, you did really awesome today at your soccer game, I'm gonna take your whole team out for ice cream because you guys did so good. Well, in their mind, psychologically, they're putting ice cream higher on the scale than broccoli. I mean, it tastes pretty great, we all know that. However, you're teaching them to value the ice cream more than veggies and fruits. Okay, so I'm about to show you this plate I made. This is good for dinners, lunches, whatever you want. And this is typically how you portion out food on a plate for your kids. So cut the plate into 4 sections. In one section you put proteins, in the other section put your whole grains, and then the whole bottom half you can fill it with veggies, or you can put veggies in one part and then in the other part put fruits. And I know you want your kids to start eating, and a fun tip to help your kids eat better is make it fun. Just make it fun. Like, you know, make cute little shapes or cute little faces. Kids love dipping, like caramel or honey or peanut butter or whatever. Kids love dipping. So, you know, give them some ranch and some veggies. They'll dip it, they'll eat it. It's super fun. Try to sneak veggies in if they're like super picky, like maybe try to blend them up or like, you know, sneak them in some way to make them get those is a really helpful tip. So I hope you really enjoyed these tips for portion control for your kids. And in this next video, I'm gonna tell you how to portion control for yourself.